Hello creative pandas and welcome to my channel. It's called vandasart. I'm Vanda. I'm making art obviously, and this is my very first art video I'm making, and I wanted to make this a little bit special and different to the YouTube videos you can find here on YouTube, because I'm making today a peony. And before we get started with the art video, I just wanted to show you guys how you can make this. So I can inspire you a little bit and help you to get in this art mood and find out that you can really draw, and it's really easy. So in the beginning we will get, I will show you a little bit how you can easily draw this. Yeah, and then you will see me how I am creating this whole piece. So I would say just let's get and grab a pencil and let's get started. Welcome to the voiceover. Here you can see what have inspired me for this whole painting, but I will go back to this later. So I would recommend you for the whole drawing, or at least sketching out with pencil, and then go in with the ink. And as you can see, I have already drawn an ellipse, and I would say that you are also using this form for the whole blossom, and just filling this ellipse with inked petals like I am showing you here, the different types of it. You can use for the center these wavy lines and just build the layers up, and for the outlines for this whole blossom you can really draw the different petals in different perspectives, and it's a little bit easier the whole thing if you are using a reference photo for this. And you can see here without any reference photo what I have doodled, so it's really easy, I would say. So let's get into the speed paint. I would say I have already sketched out the outlines for the whole peony, and I am of course using a reference photo for this, but I am not copying every petal because this will be a lot of work. Believe me, it's a lot of petals at a peony, so I wouldn't recommend you guys to do this. And you also have a little bit of freedom if you are just trying and work out every layer of these petals. Yeah, and it's really great to work with ink and water, but please make sure before you starting this that your pencil, or at least this ink pen, isn't bleeding if you are using a watercolor over it. It can be a really great effect for this, but if you don't want this, it can rule a whole work or illustration that you are doing. Thank God I have make sure before I was painting on this that this pen isn't bleeding. And I am trying to work with watercolors because I love the effect, but I have to learn a lot about this whole medium because I'm not really a patient person, at least not with watercolors, because the whole layers that you are building, it's really great to see how the whole illustration becomes that piece that you want it to be, but it is also a little bit frustrating that you are making a lot of layers and using such vivid colors, and they are still drying into faded colors. As you can see, I'm not just using green painting from the green parts of this plant, but also blue and yellow, because if you are looking really close to these green parts of a plant, it isn't really just green. I hope you get what I tried to say. So I have done an how to ink stream on Twitch last week. It was suggested by Glitter, and she was also the one who was suggesting me to draw a peony because I didn't know what to draw after 1.5 hours. And I have done a little sketch of this plant I was drawing for the first time in my sketchbook. and it looked really great, and I just wanted to give a little bit more life for that and went in with watercolors, but honestly that sketchbook couldn't really handle the watercolors, so I was thinking to make a whole piece out of it on a real paper where I can work with watercolors, as you can see. And this is why I am making this piece right now. And as you can see here, I am trying to define more the shadows for this whole piece. It's a little bit hard for me, but it isn't that bad. Also, you have to know that what you can see and what I could see back then, so the camera is recording a little bit differently, it's more vivid for you guys, and this is why I was going in back again and again for the shadows so I can make the whole piece a little bit pop. And I also tried to clean a little bit of the outlines, not a lot, but still, so the yellowish background can just show more what it can. And I like that I could achieve this whole thing with this watercolory effect, and then I would say this yellow color is really complementing the whole color scheme I have used here. And I also trying to use blue for the shadows, and I am using watercolor pencils for the last shadows here, because you have to know about watercolors that if you are giving the pigment on the paper and activate this with water, you can pull and push this around, but it will stay where it is after drying. So it dries how you can see, and the colors won't really fade away. And this is why I used watercolor pencils also on this, because otherwise I am not sure how long or how many layers I would have done with watercolors. And as you can see, also my cat was really curious about what I am making and just had run over my whole table over and over again. But yeah, these are the finished lines I am making with watercolors, and I'm trying to not to activate all of them so you can see the different lines and the different texture on the paper. I think it makes the whole piece a little bit more interesting, and this is also why I went back in with ink and make a loose overlay lines over the whole flower. I think it makes everything a little bit more interesting, and also I can cover my mistakes, and the whole differences between the colors aren't just that big. And yeah, I think it looks pretty great at the end. Overall, I am pretty happy with the outcome, so I wish you good luck with your drawing. Welcome to the end of this video. I hope I could help you. I know it wasn't a real how to draw video, but a little bit of tricks and tips how you can achieve to draw a peony. If you want have a detailed explanation about this, you can visit me on Twitch. I'm making like a video or stream like this every week on Saturday, recommended by you guys. So I am making how to draw this or how to use a different or a specific medium. Yeah, and if you have some critics or tips what I could make better, or if you would leave your own opinion how you have done this peony, I would love to read about this and about your thoughts. So just let me know in the comments down below. And if you have really liked this video, please give a thumbs up, and make sure to subscribe and click on the notification button so you won't miss any of my videos. Oh, and before I forget, please tag me on your photos if you are drawing this peony on Instagram. I will write my account name here. And yeah, with this, thank you so much for watching, and I wish you a pleasant evening. So stay tuned for the next video, and bye.